Hello, welcome back to another episode of D54. I'm back with the gang. Kathy from Cinemondo, Melanie from Paradisi, frequent friends of the program.
Yes.
Welcome, guys. Great to
Friend
have
of
you
the
on the show
pod.
once again. Friend of the pod, exactly. We're reviewing something. Not heard too much about this movie, guys. So coming in pretty blind, and I don't know how big of a movie it is. So this is going to be interesting to see how many people are excited about this movie. No Mammootty, no Mohanlal, no Preeti
Wait,
Raj,
what? No? All right.
What? No Docker?
No Docker? No
Tamina
Fafa? No.
No.
Why are we watching this?
No Jojo Jojo?
No Joju, nobody. We have the biggest star in this movie. We have Arjun Ashokan. And my suspicion is they're really trying to push this guy into a more prominent role. And I think look, it's a good thing to do. We saw him in Raman-chan and he kind of
he stole the show.
He was really funny in
Stole
that.
the movie.
So funny.
Yeah.
He was such a weirdo.
So funny. He was so weird and it was so good.
Really
So he's probably the biggest star in this. Look, I'm seeing Aparna Balu Murali, who I've seen in a few things. She's actually a really good actress as well. So she's been in a few things recently. She did a movie with Kunchako Bobin recently. That's on Amazon Prime, I think, called Padmini. So she's been around quite a bit. She did a movie with Fahad Fasil earlier this year called Duman, which was, it didn't go very well. And then we have... Yeah, unfortunately not. A lot of hype. It was one of those pan-Indian, I think they had a Kannada director with a Malayalam acting cast, and it was just a mismatch of everything.
That's too bad because I'm looking forward to something like that. It feels like sort of an indie movie that's trying to cover all the the bases. I'm always rooting for them to do that, but
and she was great in that movie too. The only other actor I see in this is Jagadish, who's an old veteran. You guys might have seen him in things like Rorschach. He's a cop in Rorschach.
Right.
But he's a guy that's been around from the early 90s and probably even 80s. So one of those old actors. So going in pretty blind, guys. Don't know much what it's about. Looks like the genre on IMDb is comedy. So Arjun is in his comfort zone here. I would say. With that, but I think from what I heard is I think Arjun Ashokan is going to be in the new Mammootty movie, which is definitely not a comedy. If that's going to be a comedy, it'd be the biggest plot twist in the world.
Exactly.
After looking at some of the posters and how dark that looks, so I don't know. Maybe he's going to play a villain in that. So I don't know what this is going to be like. I think it's just hopefully them promoting him. But let's take a look at it, guys. Let's see what we have here.
All right.
The movie's called Tiro Puri Benny. All right.
Okay.
All right. You got to put it on screen though.
So share screen. Don't show these tips again. There we go. All right. I'm here. Can you guys see that?
Here it comes.
Yep.
No, full screen.
Did you click? Is there subtitles?
Yeah, click on subtitles. Yeah, they're down there, the little white CC, right?
The little white CC thing. Oh, never mind.
Ooh, auto-generated. Boo.
Okay.
All right, guys, we're going in without subtitles, so we're just going to be...
So we're really not going to know what this is about. Let's see if we can decipher.
Let's see if we can decipher. Hopefully it's not too complicated. All right, let's get started.
All right.
എന്റെ പൊന്നു ചേട്ടായി എനിക്ക് ആലവലാതെ കാരണം ജീവിക്കാൻ പറ്റുന്നില്ല
ആര് കാരണം
ആ തീപ്പൊരി
പൊന്നില്ല
There he is.
വീട്ടിൽ പടം ഇതാരായി മതചിഹ്നം ഇവിടെ തൂക്കി ഇതൊരു കമ്മ്യൂണിസ്റ്റ് സഖാവിന്റെ വീടാണ് കാറൽ മാക്സും കമ്മ്യൂണിസ്റ്റ് സഖാവ് പാർട്ടി ഓഫീസിൽ
That's
funny.
Yeah.
ഈ രാഷ്ട്രീയക്കാര് കണ്ടുകൾ കുടിച്ചുള്ളത്ത് വിശ്വസിക്കാൻ പറ്റത്തില്ല
ഇവനൊരു ജോലി ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നെങ്കിൽ സ്ഥലം മാറ്റായിരുന്നു അല്ലേ
അയ്യോ ഈ വീട്ടിലേക്കുള്ള അരി സാധനങ്ങൾ മേടിക്കാൻ പറയുന്ന ആൾക്കാരെ ബൂർഷാന്നാണ് വിളിക്കുന്നത് അതിന് വീടും പറമ്പും വിറ്റോളാം ഞാൻ പറഞ്ഞല്ലേ
നിനക്ക് ഈ വിറ്റ് വിലക്കുന്ന കാര്യം മാത്രമേ പറയാനുള്ളൂ
എനിക്കറിയാം എന്താ ചെയ്യേണ്ടത്
എത്ര കാലമായി സഖാവേ നമ്മളൊരു കുത്തിത്തിരിപ്പ് ഉണ്ടാക്കിയിട്ട് രോമാഞ്ചം കണ്ട
ആരോഗ്യറി കളിച്ചിട്ടുണ്ട്
what the?
സ്വപ്നങ്ങൾ മൊത്തം തട്ടിയെടുത്ത പൂതനേ ഉള്ളു പുറക്കുഞ്ഞ് അതൊന്നും അല്ലല്ലോ കുഞ്ഞിന്റെ പ്രശ്നം
നമ്മൾ ഒന്നിച്ചൊരു പിടി പിടിക്കും കൂടെ നിൽക്കും
ഞങ്ങൾ എന്റെ കൂടെ നമ്മൾ പൊരിക്കും അങ്ങനെയാണ്
അത് ശരിയാണ് നിന്നിരാ സമയമില്ല
സമ്മാനദാനം, ആർട്സ് ഡേ ഉദ്ഘാടനം. ഞാനല്ലേ ഇപ്പൊ ഹീറോ.
Oh my god.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
വട്ടക്കുട്ടയിൽ ചേട്ടായി മകൻ ബെന്നി, തീപ്പൊരി ബെന്നി.
Oh, come on, man.
What?
Oh,
ഹാഷ്ടാഗ്
I-
തീപ്പൊരി ബെന്നി.
okay.
ചെറിയൊരു സുഖം.
Theaters,
Thanksgiving
okay.
in September. Okay.
That is
Okay.
funny. All right. You know, it's
It
funny.
was-
With his lead role, I was seeing him as being, he looked like Fahad Fawcett to me. Like, I feel like Fahad Fawcett should have been in that. It just looked like everything he
Okay,
would do.
listen. Fahad cannot be in
No,
everything.
he has to be in-
Who's your favorite?
But his reactions looked like I was just totally seeing him playing Fahad Fawcett. He was being Fahad Fawcett.
yeah.
Okay, go ahead. I'm
I
sorry,
haven't posted it yet to my channel, but Catherine and her podcast partner, Harsha, we had this whole hour-long discussion about the state of Malayalam cinema and how it's kind of in this flux where, I mean, Mammootty and Mohanlal have been the big stars forever. I mean, this is the same kind of problem that we have in Hollywood, right? Like we're putting out Harrison Ford, who's 80 years old, in the summer blockbuster, right?
That's right.
So I feel like we're ready for a new crop of stars, right? I mean, really, if you think about Fahad Fazal, Dulquer, Niven Pali, they all, Bangalore Days is a little bit, a time ago. So something like this where it looks like at least part of it is a romantic comedy with a new lead.
Yeah.
I'm ready for it. I'm
Me
ready.
too.
I'm ready for a new face.
Fresh.
I'm
talent.
ready for somebody fresh. Yeah. So, and he made such an impression in Raman Chowni. He's so funny.
Yeah.
I have no idea anything that was said in this trailer, but I am. I just the vibe of it. I'm like, yeah, this looks fun.
Yeah.
It
I
looks
think
fun.
he's definitely going to become, his main characteristic is his facial expressions, obviously. That's sort of maybe why you're mentioning those sort of things. I think like a lot of sort of the head, I guess, movements and these sort of, the eyes and things like that are kind of crazy. Obviously, it's more a comedic role. Fahad has definitely got that more like emotional depth to it. I'm not saying that he doesn't have that.
Fahad can do a lot of comedy too.
I can do that. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, he can do. He can do it all. Basically, he's one of the most versatile actors. But you are right. Like I think obviously Mohanlal and Mammootty will pull in the biggest audiences. But I think along Fahad Fasil can pull in a big audience with the right kind of movie. Tavina Thomas had a huge movie this year.
Yeah.
Kunchaka Bobin is there. There are some stars that are still sort of up and coming. But then aside from those, like this is kind of a big risk because Arjun, he's definitely not going to pull enough people to get a theatrical release, I would think. So you'd hope the word of mouth gets really good. Especially with not anyone around him, right? Because even when Roman Chan, like Shobin Shahir was probably the biggest actor in that movie. Like he pulled people in more than Arjun Ashokan did. So this is his vehicle. So I'm happy to see this kind of experimental stuff and see how it goes. It looks funny.
I mean, what Catherine told me about him is that he's the son of an actor and director. So, he's, yet another star kid, which I didn't realize, but, so they are, I think he was ready after what he showed us in Ramanchan to take on his own comedy movie, right?
Yeah.
And what we were talking about in our discussion is how important word of mouth is in Malayalam cinema. Like they trust more, not necessarily a trailer or whatever, but what did your friend, your WhatsApp group chat, what's everybody saying? What's the movie? And that's how Roman Chan became such a blockbuster, right? Like you said, it only had Salman Shahir to really draw people to theaters, but it was such a fun experience to watch that in a theater and ahead of everybody laughing, right? So and it became just this sensation. And the same thing, all the marketing hype was around King of Kota, but RDX came out at the same time. And the word of mouth became that RDX was the one that Malayalam cinemas would more enjoy. So, I mean, this one looks like a film you could, I mean, I don't know, nothing dirty or anything happened. There's nothing bloody, really, right? So this is the one that I could see you could bring the whole family to see, right? Which really...
Oh, there were some... Yeah, there were some scenes, I think, but probably not. I'm hoping it's not too much. But
I mean, nobody's getting decapitated like in Jailer, or you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true.
Nobody's getting arms chopped off or whatever, like in Kikab Kota. So, like, this is something. I mean, I think Malayalam audiences, what's going to make a blockbuster is also if you get like something that the whole family is going to want to go to see together, right? Not just the repeat of people wanting to see the more violent films. So
sometimes you can't see the violent films. That's what they keep telling me. I don't know. You know, I did find in Indian Times, they have a little quick, tiny synopsis that may or may not help us. It says, the storyline revolves around a young individual determined to bring about positive change in society. As he steps into the realm of politics, he's confronted with various challenges and obstacles that test his resolve and determination. I guess that includes fire down your pants. I added that last part.
Yes.
That would test anyone's resolve, I think.
So definitely. Okay, so that gives some context.
I didn't see politics in there. I mean, maybe a little bit. There was a little bit of the crowd.
I mean, you have the visual clue of people who are wearing the all white.
The white and the crowd.
They're politicians.
And the expensive car. Yeah.
I think he's wearing all black. He's wearing all black, so maybe that's his contrast, or maybe he's a rebel or something like that, or maybe it's something along those lines, you know, with sort of that contrast. I'm not sure there, but hey, that's a good synopsis of the movie.
I mean, it does look
very
like
generic.
I mean, it doesn't look like the entire focus of the film is a romance, but there is a romance plot in there.
Yeah,
and
funny.
Yeah, I'm actually. Like, I think with all the blockbusters coming out this year, there's a heavy theme of them being like super violent, super aggressive, super crazy over the top. So I'm actually wanting to see movies like this, to be honest, because there's not been enough of them this year. It's been a very hardcore year. Like, you know, everything at Blockbuster is just like action. And there's been a lack of like, just like a Roman Chan was like completely different because of blockbuster comedy. You know, so I wouldn't mind. There was one attempt that Fahad had earlier in the year, which was like a really lighthearted movie. It did better on streaming than in the theaters, I think. So maybe this might go down the same path, because I don't know how successful this would be in theater, because you have a choice between watching a Jailer or like a Leo or like you know this kind of movie. You're probably gonna pick the big spectacle.
Well, you know, I make the same distinction. Like, I'll sit there and go, new movies coming out. Is it a big screen movie? Like, and it's usually the big, like, Mission Impossible, or you're saying, like, Jailer. And then I'll be like, I'll just wait for the little ramen shop to be on TV. You know, it's like you think the little movies will stay on the little screen, the big movies are on the big screen. That's sort of like the little, like, deal I have with myself. I need to get around.
But there is something about a comedy and being in an audience and hearing everybody laugh around you that makes it funnier than if you're alone in your living room watching it on streaming. Definitely. So... You know, there is something. I totally agree with you. There's a lot of movies where you're like, oh yeah, I want to see that. You know, Jawan. I'm not going to miss seeing that on the big screen first, right? But yeah, I think especially when something is a comedy, sometimes it's a lot more fun to see it in a group setting.
Oh, in a group. Yeah. Cool. Well, you know, this was a fun conversation.
It was.
I mean, I'm wishing this actor the best. I just want to say that, right? Like, I want a new face. He was so great. And so I hope it does do well.
Me too.
Correct. Happy
little guy.
Yeah, of course, we knew for him, and I think he's going to be a bigger thing, because I think I've heard rumors of him being in the new Mummy 2 movie. Yeah. So, and that's not going to be a comedy. So, you know, maybe that's going to show us a different side of him potentially on that side. But hey, this is maybe just to promote him a bit more, to get his face out there a bit more, instead of just relying on Roman Chan, the one sort of movie that he said was there. But yeah, let's see, guys. Let us know what you thought in the comments. Sorry, Kathy, were you going to add something? I was
going to say, like, he was only co-star in Rameshwaram. This is like a lead role. Yeah. So he's probably like, I'll take a lead role, just smart to temper, like, kind of take it one rung at a time and start a smaller movie as a lead role, instead of like doing something like, you know, big that could maybe take your whole career down if people didn't like it. So it's just a little movie, little step at a time.
Right.
That's true. Very good. Very good decision. But cool, guys. Let us know if you've seen this, what you think about it. And yeah, till next time, guys. We'll see each other soon. And you can check me on Kathy's channel, Millie's channel. You can see them on my channel. It's just one big channel now.
We're just channels on a lot of different channels. Everybody's like, I can't escape them. They're everywhere. All
guys.
right.
Bye.